Welcome back to Judith Plains, Montana. I'm BEP, and this is the 555 Challenge. We are back in April, guys, and still have a bunch of work to do. So let's get at it. First and foremost, we got the barley field planted last episode, so we need to get the roller out. I always lose track of the rolling, and then it's too late in the day, and then we lose the benefit. So we got the nice big Dalbo roller. May as well put it to work, getting us some extra yield on that barley field. More yield equals more beer in this situation, so not going to complain about that. Heading on to the field here, let's jump in. Not sure if we saved this course last time or not, so let's see. Rolling 54, seems like we have a course. What does that look like? That looks pretty good. I don't know. Let's roll the dice here and give it a whirl and see what happens. Let's see where we're headed with this one. Couple quick updates, even though we're picking up right where we left off last episode, still in April. We're doing April Part 2 in this episode. Did some thinking, didn't feel good about our wool and fabric situation with all that stuff in the logistics center. So what I've done is I came in and I got rid of all the wool and fabric. So if you look here, down here on fabric, we have 488 liters. That's been produced since I removed everything, or what was, I guess it's actually technically a partial pallet. Almost forgot, got to get time moving here for you guys. So got rid of all the fabric, and then all the wool. We had like 300,000 liters down to 809. Now we still do have stuff in our spinnery. We still have 72,000 there, and we still have 9,500 liters in the tailor shop. So not exactly sure what happened there, but I think in total we would have had somewhere around 600,000 or 700,000 liters of wool, which clearly our sheep are not producing. So got the clothes sold last episode. We're good there, but the wool and the fabric we got a hard reset on. I removed the lazy distribution overlay from the sheep and goat pen, and we're just going to start fresh. And I'll keep an eye on it and make sure that the logistics center is not duplicating our productions as well. But wanted to make sure that was in there and correct. So we have $800,000 in the bank. We are in good stead. I have spent quite a bit of time working on our new Crone X Cargo forage chaser bin situation, and I gotta tell you, I love the mod. It is not working the way I was hoping it would work. We're gonna get to that next, but before we go any further, it is corn time on the farm. Let's get switched over. I have 7,500 liters of seed in here. I'm intrigued to see how much we go through. So we should not have a course for this. We actually probably should come in. So 141, 53, 57, and 48. Let's just see. Do we have any? No, I think we deleted them all already. So excellent. So let's check our field settings here. Number of headlands, we're going to go with 3. It's a big field. Got some irregular corners down on the new extension with a little bit of the hill. I want to make sure we get those. 0 rounded corners. Not going to worry about that at all. 5% overlap. We do want to start on the center. Make sure all of our stuff here is in good order. It looks really good. Let's go ahead and create this course and see what gets us nice. I like the fact the ups and downs. See, it's this area right down in here that I want to make sure we have 3 headlands on, because that little bump out in the field could potentially hang up the planter. So we are good to go. Let's get to the first waypoint. Let her rip, Tater Chip. Let's see what happens here. We're going to watch this guy for just a minute and check in. Make sure he gets going where he needs to go. And again, we're starting on the centers of the field. We find course play works better for us in that regard. So, other than that, we did decide to wait to plant soybeans to May to offset our harvest a little bit, which I think is a good decision. So we have corn to plant in this field. We have the rolling to do in this field when we're done. We have to do the rolling in the barley field. We never did check the messages on the water buffalo and the sheep and goat pen. So checked the food on the water buffalo, but when I was editing the episode, realized we never actually checked in and saw what was going on. All right, I am happy with how that has started. Now, this guy, I emptied him manually. I've spent probably the better part of 2 hours trying to figure out how to make this an effective mowing setup, because we're going to empty this thing a whole bunch of times. And quite frankly, there's no good way to do it. I've tried course play, I've tried auto drive, I've tried putting the chaser wagon on a tractor to do like traditional forest harvest or forage harvesting with a chase tractor picking it up. The trailer's too long, it doesn't register the hitbox, so we can't get grass being shot into it, so the harvester doesn't move. The trailer itself doesn't register as part of the harvester, so when it's full and you try to use auto drive or course play to empty the harvester, it just comes and chases the mower around and doesn't do anything with the bin. So for today, we're just going to manually empty it. We're going to grab the Volvo, bring it over, grab our tipper wagon, and we'll just take care of doing that throughout the episode. But let's jump in here and get some messages. 4 animals were sold, a bunch of babies gave birth. Excellent. Didn't miss anything in the water buffalo pen. Heading over to the sheep and goat pen. Let's double check our messages here and make sure we don't have any sick animals. 2 babies died at birth. That is a bummer. A bunch of animals were sold due to overcrowding, which is crazy because remember, we just sold all of those male animals, so we should have had a bunch of room in here. Trying to get down. Man, look at all of those babies born. Yeah, we're going to need to start like selling a lot more animals or something. So no sick animals in here either. Looks like we had just a ton of births. I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, or 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. Yeah, I mean, we had 32, 33, 35, 37. Jeez, it keeps going. 39, 41, 43, 45, 47, 49, 50. Yeah, I mean, we had in excess, we were approaching 70 animals born in this pen overnight. So, don't know what we need to do to take better advantage of that. We can't really keep a herd of 2,000 or 3,000 sheep. So yeah, and look, the pen's full again. So I guess we're gonna have to just keep selling the male animals, but we'll figure all that out as we go. We could sell them earlier. I think it's probably worth leaving the herdsman in charge, sell the animals we have at a year, and then sell the rest of the babies when they're born, just to sort of get us the best opportunity to sell some higher value animals later in life. So, heading down here, get turned around. Need to head over and grab our tipper so we can get the grass emptied, because that is going to be a full-time gig today. Not sure what we're going to do with that trailer long term. Love the trailer, love the forage harvester, can pull it, but if we can't effectively empty it and get the grass into the silo, it really is no better. It's actually worse than mowing and baling separately, because I can do those 2 tasks completely on course play, and even collect the bales on course play and have minimal involvement. If I have to be over here tending the mower and getting it empty, then I would rather just get the old Case Magnum back on the job and have them mow and then bale, and then we'll collect. So we'll see. Have a couple things I want to consider and try, but I am confident that I have given all of the options that involve automating the pickup of grass with this trailer a good shot and had no success. So, trailer holds about 97,000 liters with the extension. And we gotta make sure this guy's set to stopping for unloading. That will be a critical part. Let's see. Tool settings, turn starting point, lower tool, horizontal, edge side, turn, yep, fold into course. We are not seeing an empty. So, okay. Then we will simply turn that guy off of course play because we need the trailer to empty. And this is what I'm saying with the manual emptying. It's going to be a process. This is technically the second empty of the mowing, and we have not even reached the edge of the field. So let's see. It is a cool trailer. I mean, look at that little empty chute comes out. Get it all filled up. So this is going to take a hot minute. I'll bring you guys back when this is done, because I think this is going to take more than 30 seconds to get this thing unloaded. See you in a second. I would say that took almost a full minute to empty. We are at 82,000 liters of capacity on our tipper. I think we usually get close to 1 million liters of grass off this field, so we really could have a bunch of trips in front of us. Either way, we will get it done. So dump the grass into the silo. Let's make the silo, make sure the silo is turned on. We need haylage. Get that turned on, distributing, and away we go. Now, I guess the question is, didn't we say we were not going to do grass silage anymore? All right, let's check our productions here. So we have 2 million liters of silage and 1.7 million liters of hay and 1.7 million liters of TMR. So we are currently limited by our straw output. So I guess in that regard, we don't need more hay, right? Because with the hay we have, we will get, I mean, what's that going to be? Close to 4 million liters of TMR. So we should just make silage and turn it to selling, I guess, at this point. We could put some more hay in there, but I don't think at this stage that's going to help very much. So we will set this to selling. I will probably forget that I set it to selling when we put the chaff in later. So that will be a challenge, because we're going to have to use the corn chaff on what is currently a barley field that we're going to be replanting with corn in June. We're going to chaff all that and turn it into silage. So at this stage, I think we at least sell some of this silage and try to keep things moving. So now let's talk about, oh, we got some rain. I got some hail. Nope, it's actually rain. Let's talk about what we want to do with $800,000. Let's take a look at some fields and see what we have. First and foremost, we have the big field over here, 1.6 million. Can't afford that, not even close. This one's 293, would add 12 acres to the farm. This is an interesting field over here. 37 acres could be combined with our sunflower field. Don't have enough money for that today. We could buy something a little bigger across the street. Here's 698. That's not a bad one. We're going to have to move away from the farm, right? We're going to have to be transporting vehicles to different locations. It's just at this stage You know, where do we want to drive to? This field 58, not a bad drive from the farm. Also not a great drive from the farm. So sort of need to balance that out. 520,000 for 21 acres. And what's in this field? Let's visit this. This is owned by Katie, and there is nothing in it. It is 100% fertilized, and it needs lime. So this field, oh, didn't want to do that. Let's jump back over here. What were we looking at? This one right here? Yeah, let's visit this one. So, I mean, this field, this is not a bad location. I mean, there's the Jack Daniels production. So our farm's right behind that stuff. Here is our sunflower field, which you guys haven't seen, growing in nicely. Look at our little baby sunflowers. 100% yield bonus, 100% fertilized, growth stage 2 of 8. This field is going to be great. I think it's going to be really nice looking too, a whole hill of sunflowers. But we could buy this field, and it is currently alfalfa and it's harvested. So we could buy something here. Okay, let's get back. We gotta go back to unloading. This is going to be our job today. We're going to be constantly interrupted by the loading and the unloading. Now, can I sneak up on it and get just the trailer underneath the crone and not have the harvester move forward? Yeah, see, it's going to see me, and then it's going to move forward. This is the ongoing problem here, guys. This is why I love the trailer, love the idea behind it, but having to manually unload every time and stop the whole process is not ideal. Alright, why are we just not close enough? Is that it? Wants me to be more underneath. We can handle that. That's not that hard. And since we're limited to realistic-ish capacities, you know, nothing too crazy, we do have to be careful with, you know, getting into manual stuff. All right, so field 66 is 21 acres. Field 73 is 912. Do we have anything else to sell? We have another 23,000 in close. We don't have anything that would bump us up a huge amount. I mean, rice flour, we could always go sell. And rice flour, as I said previously, I've been turning rice flour down as far as its production rate at the greenhouses, and we're still getting a ton of it. Whiskey is interesting. Whiskey is best in July, so it's probably, no, it's not worth selling now. We have $200,000 worth of whiskey, guys. That is great news. Sunflower oil, we're still $100 under the best price. It's only 2 grand, but again, feels like we should wait. Maybe, I mean, do we sell the rice flour because we just don't even want it? That would take us to $940,000 approximately. This is 912. It's alfalfa, so what would we do with it? Would we get a cut on it and then try to plant something? Alfalfa is growing, so we could wait 2 months. What can we plant in June? We could do barley, we could do canola, we could do clover. I like the idea of, oh no, I'm sorry, we can't do barley, those are harvest. So we could do carrots, we could do corn, cotton, grass, green beans, parsnips, peas, potatoes, all the things that involve us buying a whole bunch more equipment. We could do a big field of soybeans and then convert it. I like the idea of planting some canola to increase our canola production. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could harvest in August and plant canola to harvest in June. Maybe that's the play. Maybe that's what we do. All right, let's get this guy back and going. As you can see, we're going to be doing a lot of running back and forth. Glad we are planting today and not harvesting with the rain. Would be a mess if we had to get all this done in the rain. So coming back down here, I do have an auto drive course set up to empty at this silo, so we could automate this dumping part, but it takes so little time because we have the fast dump on the trailer. So it doesn't feel like it's really saving us much to send the Volvo down here on auto drive. And it would loop back and it would be back at the field and stage, but that just doesn't feel like what we need. Who has finished their work? Let's talk about that. Alright, it's claiming somebody's finished their work. The Magnum guys, we rolled this field and didn't have to transition the roller manually. That's tremendous. It missed a strip over here. Not sure how or why it missed this little strip. Look at that muddy dirt texture. That's a great looking texture. We'll just pop this guy out. We'll hit this little spot that got missed. Let's check the map and just see if the whole thing looks rolled. May miss a couple of spots. I'm not too worried about that. It's interesting. This is a relatively flat field, so I'm not sure how it missed those spots. Usually when the terrain is uneven, you get missed spots because the roller is, you know, bouncing or pinned up on one side. Oh yes, the big roller. This is my least favorite implement as far as how it behaves behind a truck or behind a tractor. Just constantly swinging around. I mean, you see how slow we're driving. 7 miles an hour, and this thing's like, nope, we're on a slip and slide. Alright, there we go. That's enough for me. Don't need it to be perfect. Just figure since we're heading off the field, may as well grab a couple of spots on the way off. So, I think we sell the rice flour oil and buy the big field across from the sunflower field. It's alfalfa. We will get a cut on it. We'll turn it into silage, and then we'll sell the silage, and we will then plant late season fall canola in that field. Now, the reason I'm interested in planting canola is that I am thinking about getting rid of our greenhouses. They were definitely necessary when we were starting out, but I'm feeling like we're far enough ahead now that maybe we should just put fields in. If we need canola for canola oil, let's have a canola field. If we need sunflowers for sunflower oil, let's have a sunflower field. If we need wheat for the chickens or barley for the chickens, let's have a field to do that too, and get away from the greenhouses. We also had them on there because they were, you know, I don't want to say necessary, but when we were early on and had our $50,000 a month payments, we needed cash. It was tough. We would have been in the negative and not able to make much progress. So was a bit of a necessary evil at that point. But I'm feeling like we're at the stage with the farm now where we are not self-sufficient financially, but we are making enough money through our productions that we need to manage our finances with the sales of the goods we're producing and not have, you know, 7 greenhouses producing enough stuff to support us on its own. So I think the goal is to sort of transition out of greenhouses through the remainder of the year, maybe even in June when it comes time to plant the corn in the old barley field that we're going to use for chaff, because that field's right there. I'll show you guys on the map. You know, this is the field in question. Here are the greenhouses. We have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. We could take the greenhouses out, extend that field a little bit, and get some more acreage for planting. So I think that's probably going to be the plan. So let's go get the rice flour sold and see if there's anything else we want to sell real quick. Fund the purchase of field, what would we say that was, 76? 73 right here, this one right here. And we'll get sunflowers in here, we'll get a cut of alfalfa off of this one, and then we will turn it into something, maybe a canola field. We'll figure out exactly what we want to do with that field when the time comes and go from there. So this is how long it takes to unload this guy as well. I foresee a change in methodology for our grass harvest for the next time. I don't think this is a particularly effective way for us to be getting our grass off the field, so we'll have to figure something else out. And we didn't even get totally full. We're at 94% and it just stopped. That was weird. Well, let's get this grass dropped off. We'll bring the trailer back up to the field and park it on the field edge. We'll probably have the mower self-empty, or we'll drive it over and empty into the trailer next time. Because the Volvo we're going to take down and get that rice flour sold and get some cash in the bank for purchasing field 73. Alright, let's get the grass in there. I mean, the good news is we're going to have nice silage sales overnight. So we will make some money on the cut on this field. Probably should consider just driving a whole bunch of straw over to the TMR production and getting our TMR set up and getting it maxed out. Because if the TMR is maxed out, then we know we can just sell whatever silage we make. Hay will be a different story. We'll have to keep track of the hay. We had a discussion about buying that loose hay, well, the loose product baler, either the Lizard or the Go Wheel, so that we could turn our loose hay into bales for the sheep, and that's still on the docket. Not sure it's worth $200K right now when we have the option to buy another field, particularly a big one that is adjacent to a field we already own, and gives us an opportunity to do some combining again. So may take advantage of that first, but we will certainly keep that on the docket of things we need. Alright, let's see about getting lined up here. Alright, X to open the back doors. Perfect. Let's get it on pickup mode. We'll come in here down to the logistics center. Let's find that rice oil, or rice flour, I'm sorry. And there we go. Loading on up. Where are we taking it? That's a good question too. While it's doing its loading, let's take a look. Applebee's, we know where Applebee's is. We can handle that. Funny thing is, not even a very good price for rice flour, but worth selling. And we have, wow, 144 pallets. We're going to have 2 trips, guys, in order to get all of this sold. It might even be more than 2 trips. Alright, well, it'll be what it'll be, right? What are we going to get to? We're going to get to 72. 76. Oh, we should stop the distribution so we don't have to pick it up again. Where is rice? No, not distributing. Yeah, distributing. Whew. Alright, well, we got some out, but that'll be okay. Not a big deal. Alright, let's send this guy up to the store, because as you can see, the grass harvester needs to be unloaded again. We're going to try to keep that process moving throughout the episode. The rain on the roof of the reefer looks good. Look at those raindrops splashing around. Love that. So, we should have a waypoint set for the store. Shop, that'll work. That'll get us close enough. We'll see you up there, Volvo, in just a minute. Oh, look at this. Even stopped in a convenient location. So we will turn off the course play course. The dirt mask on the Crone trailer is looking pretty good. Like that. Alright, heading over this way. Do want to get... There we go. We'll get the nearest waypoints to where we're supposed to be working up on the course play course. This guy with the header could prove to be a little bit tricky. Let's see. Nope. First try. Alright, so like I said, I like this trailer. I like the way it looks. I like the way it works. As far as the harvester or the forage harvester being able to pull it. But guys, I can't see manually unloading it every time, particularly as long as it takes to manually unload. And as we get more fields and more grass, and we're going to have that alfalfa harvest and everything else, I think we have to come up with a better option to get this done. So, have to find a solution. I'm thinking this guy is... Did we transition to the headland on our own? Guys, that should be a headland transition right there. We may have just seen not only the roller transition successfully on Course Play, but also the planter. Maybe update 1.13 for Farm Sim did something with field recognition and management, but I don't know. No changes to Course Play as far as I know. I haven't updated my version. But if this is working now, this is incredible stuff, guys. This is back to the old ways, which is amazing. So I want to show you guys, I did install the quick selector on this. Is it going to work? Or are we going to work? Or so it's not going to work. Let's see. Oh, it may not be working. Had it before. Nope. Quick collector or quick selector is not working, so we're still stuck heading in, grabbing stuff. Here we go. Let's enter vehicle. Perfect. He got where he needed to be. Appreciate you getting in there, bud. We will call that good enough. Let's get looped around and head over to Applebee's. Get our first round of rice flour delivered. They need it for Friday night for was it 2-for-1 appetizers at Applebee's on Friday night? A lot of rice flour going into appetizers at Applebee's, so they call, we haul and deliver. Pop our back doors. And let's pop some straps. Done. Oh, we are not making that turn. We are not going to drive in that guy's field. There's $72,000. Now, I made the comment last episode about what I like about this reefer is that the wheels are further up, which I do. It does mean the back end kicks out a little bit, so you got to watch your tight turns. You saw we got caught over on the grain delivery over there last episode, so I'm trying to be more cognizant of where I'm driving. Alright, let's assume that the mower is ready to get back to work. We're going to send the truck back. Yep, that is full. Should have, yep, his nearest waypoint set up right here. And away we go. Getting the mowing done. I am very curious to see. Yeah, guys, look at this. I mean, this guy's doing the headlands all on his own. He's a big kid now. Watch out. All grown up. This is great news. I am excited to have Courseplay back working as intended. This would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, that's definitely a headland. That is such great news, guys. I am so excited for that. Very, very, very cool. Okay. We will continue to get the grass done. Over here, he's got to be, what? Yeah, he is already a third full. Man, oh man. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of emptying on this grass field. Let's get the rest of the rice flour loaded up and sold. I want to buy that new field this episode, but we'll probably finish the mowing and do the rolling of the big cornfield off camera. You guys already saw some rolling, and the mowing is just going to take we're going to have 5 more empties, and we already have a full trailer, so we are going to be busy bees getting that stuff done. All right, let's take over for this guy. Get these closed up. Let's get the doors open. Let's get the loading turned on. We'll just drive down the row, pick all of these up. There we go. And then get those last 2, then let's back it up. All my beautiful trees are in the way, but wouldn't replace them for the world. Okay, in position. Let's turn on rice flour storing again. Man, this logistics center being able to load like this is amazing. Should get, what, another 75, 74,000 out of this. Getting close. It always looks like we're all the way to the back already, but there's still 2 more rows to go. Love that this trailer fills up all the way. All right, rice flour. Gonna turn that back to distributing. Oh, we still need a couple more, or are we out of rice flour? Was that it? Rice flour, that was it. Perfect. Excellent. Alright, let's send him back to the shop. Probably should drop a point at Applebee's, but get the doors closed for the driver. He forgot. Let's see if he can, which way he's going to go. I don't know if I have a route going out that way, so he'll connect up this way. Won't be a big deal. Alright, so field 73, the one we're looking at here, 912,000. So even with only 68,000 liters rice flour, not a full truckload, we should be good to go. Let's go check on, man, I can't tell you how thrilled I am that course play is working. That is absolutely amazing stuff. All right, I think we start rolling this field. We're going to roll in the center first anyways. Look at the rain on the tractor, guys. Got the shine of the sunlight on the wet tires. Rain hitting it. All the wet textures. Looks really, really good. Okay. The roller. First time on the cornfield. I think we're going to give it 2 headlands. I think that's all we need. It's a pretty wide implement. We're going to start work on the center. 0 rounded corners. 5% overlap. I think we're going to turn the speed down because I'm thinking those missed spots were from the roller sliding around. And we know for whatever reason in Farm Sim, big land rollers are very slippery. They have very, very low friction. So, alright, we are on the big cornfield. We are rolling. So, let's see. Save course. Big corn. And let's make sure we're on the first waypoint. I just want to make sure this guy isn't going to overlap the headlands. He shouldn't. Or I should say overlap the planting headlands that are not planted yet. He definitely shouldn't. But let's make sure. Good, you can see his speed is down for the field. That's what we want. Should run down here and grab the first spot. A little missed spot by the planter there. If it isn't rolled by the time we get back, we might come grab it. Oh yeah, we will be good. See the mower off there in the background, waiting to be unloaded again. Still have a whole another set of passes down the center and the headlands, which we discussed last time. Headlands are usually about 30% of the field, so we have a bunch more work to do on the grass field. I have to talk to guys at the shop and see if maybe there's an option for some sort of chaser bin like that, and the forage harvester as more of a single unit type thing. So, all right, he is off and running. We are at the shop with the Volvo. I'm excited. We get to buy another, and it's a big field, guys. Big field. Our farming empire on Judith Plains, Montana is starting to expand. When we pulled in episode 1, we talked a lot about big farming and big fields, and here we have it. Haven't yet had a chance to go to the ethanol plant, so once we get transitioned out of our greenhouses, then I think maybe we start planting more corn with the anticipation of using that ethanol plant. There's so much to do on this map. Alright, $942,000. We can afford another field. Let's send this guy back to the logistics center. That's not where we want to send him. That Montana Hay Company is far away. He is working on his path. Is he going to find a path? Yeah, I was going to say, maybe there isn't a path. Can we make the corner without hitting Applebee's? Ho, 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 look at that, guys. You know what comes next. Like a professional. Alright, we get turned around here. From here, I am confident that he can find his way to the logistics center. Last thing for today's episode, Field 73, $912,000, 37.5 acres. Have we bought a field that large yet? 27, 13, 11, 10, 18, 18. This is the biggest single purchase of land in our playthrough so far, adding 37 acres to the farm. Let's do some quick math here. Right, we decided this one was 7, 30, 43, 60, we'll call that 80, 90, there's 100, 120, 130, 140, we're like about almost 150 acres. I think we're a little less than 150 acres owned. Adding this, we will be, I mean, we're at 180 acres with this. That is incredible. We have to own 500 acres. This is a huge, huge purchase on the way to doing that. So let's visit our new field. Owned by me, it says. That is awesome. It is alfalfa. It is 100% fertilized. It was recently harvested, so we don't get a cut off of it now, but we're going to let it grow. And then I think we're going to put canola, fall canola in here. So guys, super exciting. Got the corn planting all but done. I think we have one headland left. We have the mowing in progress on the grass field with the new Crone trailer that we love, but may not be a good thing to keep on the farm long term. Sold some rice flour, sold the flour, or sold the clothing, cleared out the wool and the fabric from the logistics center to get us a reset on that, and bought this new great field. What a month April turned out to be. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos. Channel memberships are available if you'd like to support my content further, and channel members do get early access to upcoming videos. That's all for this one, but I'll see you in the next one.